We are live streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming from my phone. I think the last time I did a YouTube live, this was before I had a new phone, and I was streaming off of Zoom, which is not the best quality. So hopefully quality is not compromised right now. I'm really, really busy with a lot of things, so I needed to do this live because I know that I won't have time to export and edit as per usual. So I'm hoping that I can still get really good quality and really be efficient for you guys, but also be able to move on to the next thing. I am using my front facing camera, so I'm not seeing the chat. So if anybody joins, awesome, hello, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to stay focused on the reading. I'm also going to be taking notes on each sign in between, okay? So if you see me looking over here, that's what I'm doing because I can't pause and stop the video, because normally if I'm recording not live, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm taking notes and summarizing my reading for each sign so I can summarize my long form content for TikTok and sometimes Instagram, or email, mailers, whatever it is that I'm doing. So I need to be really efficient today, okay? Because I got a lot to do, But I still want to give you your time, your guidance for you and me, because I've been trying to get insight around this full moon in Leo. And the astrology of it all says it's going to be a lot of unexpected activity because of Uranus. And I'm just like, okay, but I'm trying to figure out where. And my personal readings are very confusing because normally I can anticipate, what is going to happen. I may not always know how, but I'm like, okay, this is about the energy I can expect. My personal readings, which I did my full moon reading last week, which I usually never do, but I'm so anxious about this full moon. I really can't get a read on it. So I'm hoping our collective reading gives myself some clarity and you some clarity. If this is the first time you're watching, a lot of people always ask me, okay, is this for rising or Venus? And they always ask so irritated, which is so weird. I'm going to stop that questioning right now. When I record my content, it is made with the intention for you to watch your sun sign. However, as the creator of the content, I also pay attention to the readings for my personal moon and rising, but I focus more on my sun sign because I connect more with my sun sign generally. So you make the executive decision you want to make. There's no rules to this, okay? So you got your answer. All right, guys, as per usual, I want to get a theme, like a overall theme from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, all right? So let's go ahead and see what the overall theme of this full moon in Leo is. If you guys don't know, I'm a Leo sun. So what is the collective energy of this full moon in Leo? Wrapping up whatever energy we would have been experiencing during the new moon in Leo, I think in August or late July, whenever that was. What's the collective energy, please, Spirit, for this full moon in Leo? What is the collective energy? I can't get a jumper. And can you guys, I'm not that I can tell, but I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I have a mirror, so I think I see some things happening, but I don't know if you guys can actually hear me. What is the collective? Okay, you know what? Okay, so I got two cards actually. So I just got peace, and this is actually the same exact card that I got for myself as well. And which is crazy because I just feel like, where is the peace coming from? Like in this moment, I feel very chaotic. I feel very fucking chaotic. And I'm just like, what peace? And don't mind me, I'm just on my other phone because I want to make sure you guys can hear me well. So I'm actually just going to tune into myself actually to make sure the audio is good. So this is happening in real time. Hold on. Skipping. To make sure the audio is good. Okay, yeah, you can hear. I don't love how much you can see, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We're doing our best. Okay, so we have power for the major theme and also full moon. We got the actual full moon card, which is interesting. We got the actual full moon card. I think I'm gonna just like move you over just like a smidge because that was really irritating me. Let's see if that helps. Like y'all can see my whole like cart and everything. Let's see if y'all can see me now. Thank you, whoever thumbs up the video. And by the way, I'll take this time while I'm waiting for my phone to catch up. All of the February forecasts are finally uploaded. It took me forever. Like, I never usually take that long to record and edit content, but I just had so much going on, which is annoying because the whole purpose of me switching to membership was to get the content out to you on time. So I did actually make sure, because this membership is growing, I did make sure that the early subscribers got their forecasts by the 1st or the 2nd, but I did everyone else's like later. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we do better for March. Okay, I think I might even start working on March immediately after I get through my gigs this week, after Valentine's Day. I think I might begin working on March immediately after Valentine's Day. I just don't want to feel so behind again. I feel like I'm always behind on content. And I'm sorry, I'm just babbling before I read these messages because I just want to make sure I can see the view of this camera before I continue on. Maybe I did already. All right, whatever. Okay, so interesting. Like I said, so we have two cards. We have peace. We're really going to have to see how this full moon brings peace, but also power. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you again. We have peace. Again, major themes of this full moon. Okay, we got peace, and we have the actual full moon card, power. 28. I saw peace. Peace flipped out first. We're going to read that first. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. This has definitely been a common theme. Just as I finish all of the readings for February, it feels like a lot of people, all of the signs are clearing space for something new. For myself personally, it almost feels like a boomerang effect. I can't really see exactly how it's going to play out right now, but it almost feels like I have to let, in my case, someone go so that the person comes back to me. I know that sounds really complicated, but we're going to see how it plays out in my personal life. The affirmation is, I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world. We are an anxious bunch, us modern folk. We are constantly stimulated or not stimulated enough. We find it hard to sleep. Insomnia is at record levels in the Western world. And for some, we self-medicate with food, devices, drama, and work. We seek peace, but we don't know how to go about it particularly well. Peace can begin with a series of decisions we make. For example, we can decide we can't control everything. Shock. The ancient Greek Stoics had a great strategy here, advising a split of your issues into I can control this and I have no control over this. Think about the most pressing and worrying issues you have right now, or the situations that are giving you the most sleepless nights. Then break them down into pieces and place them under the correct heading. Be honest and discerning. What you will find is that most of your situations or issues are under the second heading, the things you can't control. The Stoics advise that the things listed there deserve no more of your attention because they are actually out of your control. Wow. However, the things under I can control this are important, and you must action these to the best of your ability. These are those things you will influence and where you will glean the most change. While this seems a simple system, I promise you it will give you far less to worry about and instantly more peace. We can be more focused and mindful about what we are doing in real time. We can place ourselves deliberately in sessions in quiet, beautiful, and peaceful environments. We can learn what for us brings our body rest and peace. We can choose to not do the head miles of worry. Worry is, after all, chewing gum for the mind, not really nutritious in any way, but something to do. When we let go of what we no longer really need, peace flows in, taking up this old space and healing it. The companion stone is amethyst, which I do have, just not in front of me. Okay, that was like a mouthful. This author, she's kind of like Wiccan, and so she kind of writes from that, like a very first person approach kind of. Now let's read the power card. So we got peace and power. So if you didn't get anything out of that, number one, we need to allow peace in, stop worrying about what we can't control. That was basically the gist of that message. I definitely feel like I've been trying to do that in a lot of ways. Stop worrying about the how and just focus on the outcome, and also managing my energy, what I do tolerate, what I don't tolerate, right? So think about that for yourself. Let's look at the full moon message. Step into your power, shine brightly, do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. The affirmation is, I have power, it is real. Go outside in a clear night and look up. Hopefully you'll see the stars a-twinkling. If you are really lucky, you might see the swirling Milky Way spilling across the darkness. And then, there she is, the big full moon, unmistakable in her glory and power. She moves the earth itself, stabilizes it into orbit. She releases and pulls the seas. She is the object of devotion, the inspiration of poems, the realm of goddesses. And she has witnessed the very first of us rise up on two legs and venerate her. Generation after generation, we have stood barefoot under the same moon, wishing, setting intentions, dancing, and drawing her graceful power. You are made of the very swirling matter that is the stuff of stars. You are pure possibility, changing constantly, renewing, and transforming. Take this moment to recognize that power and rejoice in it, for your next step is the precursor to your future self. The companion stone here is moonstone, which I also have, but I don't know where my moonstone is. I think a lot of my stones are still packed, to be honest. Where? I don't know. Somewhere in this office. Okay, so we have peace and power. That's interesting. Peace. I like that. Peace and power are the themes of this full moon in Leo. That's really interesting. Of course, there is peace in having power, because that means control, right? But also, there's a message there that you can gain power by leaning into peace, right? There's a lot of ways to look at that message. It really just feels like I want heavy on the transformation. I think there's a really huge emphasis on transformation this full moon that I feel like not enough people are talking about. And something I want to address, and I'm definitely going to make sure I address this on TikTok as well. I don't know whose reading I said it in, whose forecast, but we have to remember this is the last month before spring. We're literally just a few weeks out from the start of spring, right? And when we think about the seasons changing, you know, literally what happens in nature, things are so cold, they're so brittle, they're so dry, worn out, it's harsh conditions. We're at the very end of winter, right? And that can be the way for life as well, energetically. You have to purge out what just isn't working anymore. The old leaves finally die off. Whatever animals couldn't make it, don't make it. You know what I mean? And we wait for that moment where we have rebirth, we have renewal, where we have new seeds, we have sprout, we have growth. But that takes time, and we have to clear away the dead, clear away the bones of winter, right? Because even when you think of animals that hibernate, they gathered everything, all the food, all the stuff, and now they got to clean that shit out. That's, spring cleaning, right? All the stuff you done hoarded, even energetically, you have to begin this process of purging for spring, even energetically. I hope that's making sense. All right, guys, so here's what I'm going to do. Because it's a full moon in Leo. I rarely use this deck. This is my cat tarot, and I was gifted this deck by a nonprofit organization. I forgot the name of them. They're a nonprofit. Maybe I'll link them below. They're a nonprofit in the New York area, New York City, I think somewhere in Queens. And I just thought it was a fitting deck. I'm not really a cat person. I like cats. Some cats. Some cats. But I do like this deck. I don't work with it a lot, but when I do, I'm like, you know, I should use it more often. And because this is a full moon in Leo, I'm giving us a little break from the Street Priestess Tarot, and we're going to work with this deck today, see what messages come through. We're going to be looking into what cycle is closing for you, potential obstacle, and outcome. That's how I like to do my full moon readings, and we're going to rock like that, okay? All right, so go ahead, drop some comments below if there's anything that resonated with you about the major theme of the month, or excuse me, of the full moon between peace and power. Remember your power as well. Remember your power. And let's just take a deep breath. Let's do another one. Just reset our nervous system a little bit, yeah? Let's do one more. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. We're just going to go ahead and invite you into this room. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sometimes when I try to use this, like the mic kind of just blanks out because the frequency is too high. So I don't know if y'all heard that. Anyway, the intention was there. Okay, for Aries, what cycle is closing for Aries? What is the potential obstacle for Aries? And what is the outcome for Aries, please? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Okay. Wow, the Empress and the Emperor are both here reversed. So heavy emphasis on mother and father figure energy. Okay. All right. So cycle that's closing, maybe this is self-nurturing. The Empress is here reversed. I'm going to show it to you upright here. Okay. The Empress is typically, of course, someone who's very nurturing. I'm also going to be very intentional to not over-analyze today simply because of time. Because I know I usually like to teach tarot as I interpret, but I'm going to try my hardest not to do that today. If any card sticks out, please feel free to Google it yourself or just watch any of my other videos. I'm sure I've talked about the Empress. Anyway, so what's ending for you is a cycle of self-healing. And sometimes this could be clinging. Maybe you're no longer clinging on to something or someone. This does feel a little bit like release. The Empress could also be nurturing yourself. Maybe for the past 6 months, you've been nurturing yourself. Maybe since even just the full moon in Cancer as well. Focusing on your inner self, focusing on your vibe, your energy. Please clarify the Empress reverse for Aries. What cycle is closing for Aries? Wow, did you see that fly out? Okay, 5. The 7 of Swords. I also feel like, Aries, you're letting go of somebody who you didn't really trust to begin with, which is the 7 of Swords. Sometimes it represents someone who's kind of deceitful or untrustworthy. And maybe you've been giving yourself time to analyze, to see, is this someone I can really deal with? Is this something or someone I can accept or tolerate? And you've been giving yourself quiet time and reflection to observe. And now I just feel like that cycle is coming to an end. I think you have the information that you need, okay? So with that being said, the obstacle to moving through this energy is the 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have to count. It's like Roman numerals, guys. It's the 8 of Pentacles. I'm trying to make sure I'm counting. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is reversed. Okay? So for me, this is very much you, Aries, feeling a little lazy, and you want to stay in this Empress energy where things are just relaxed and you're just focusing on yourself. You're not really ready to grind. I feel like this has been the theme of like what I've been saying for you for like the past 2 months. I feel like it's like, yeah, I'm literally looking at my message from the new moon. Feels like you want to rest more than anything. Everything will fall into place for you though. Just take it one day at a time. Yeah. You got to just have... Aries, I don't know. Either you can make a choice to stay in the energy you're in, but I don't know that you're going to see any change. So the Eight of Pentacles, when it's reversed, it's like you're feeling lack of motivation. You're feeling like you don't want to work as hard, sometimes even burnout. You may have been dedicating a lot of time to a mother as well, to a mother in your life, either mother of your children or your mother. The outcome, though, is the Emperor reversed, okay? Emperor here, father figure energy. The cone is meant to look like a crown, I suppose. When the Emperor is reversed, sometimes the Emperor can represent a tyrant, somebody who's very rude. The Emperor also does represent you, Aries, okay? But it's reversed. I'm not sure that you're confident about where you want to be right now. I think you're still kind of trying to figure that out for yourself. Can you clarify the outcome of this full moon for Aries, please? I only had one of these flip over. What is this? 5, 6, 7 of Cups reverse. Yeah. Actually, this is 7 of Wands. The card came out reversed, but I'm going to show it to you upright. The 7 of Wands is typically about boundaries and defensiveness. But I'm trying to understand the imagery here. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm like, I don't get it. The toys are falling. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, the card came up reversed. So when we have the 7 of Wands reversed, maybe you feel like people are intrusive. Maybe you feel like people are not respecting your boundaries, and maybe that's making you become more aggressive or more assertive in trying to assert your, or direct in trying to assert your boundaries. I feel like there's a lot of moodiness here. Again, maybe it has to do with your father, or maybe you yourself are a father, or dealing with the father of your children. Maybe you can't access the father of your children right now. Maybe you're in no contact, or maybe in no contact with your dad. There's some issue here that has to do with parental figures and also lack of work. And also lack of effort. There seems to be conflict. How is this going to pan out for Aries, please? Oh, the Lovers. First of all, 2 of these just fell out. The Lovers and the Tower. Okay, so listen, Aries, there may be some upheaval in connection to a relationship close to you. This may be in your actual relationship. This may be in relation to your parents. This may be in relation to a Gemini. You need to expect some sort of upheaval in a relationship, in a close relationship. But I do feel like children are involved here because there's mother and father energy. And when I say with the tower, a lot of people get scared because it's like upheaval and massive change and world shaking. It can be that, but it can also be change. Like, change is inevitable and we can't always control it. So how you respond to it matters. And I feel like that's the main goal here, Aries. You need to control how you respond to this change, because that's going to dictate how everything else happens around this, okay? Drop some comments if that's resonating below. I'm going to go ahead and make your notes. I've got to be faster than this. That just took way too long. That took way too long. Just be careful how you respond, Aries. Because I don't think you're going to love this massive change, But just be careful about how you respond, because like I said, that's going to just really dictate everything. Okay? All right. I got to be faster than that. Oh. Take your time. Take your time. We're moving on to Taurus. Okay, we're moving on to Taurus. What cycle's closing for Taurus? This full moon in Leo. What is the potential challenge for Taurus? This full moon in Leo. What is the outcome for Taurus? This full moon in Leo. King of Wands came out. Okay, we'll accept it. Okay, now interesting. You have the Tower reversed and you have the Ten of Swords. So cycle that's ending is the Ten of Swords. So major defeat, betrayal, or endings for you, Taurus, that is coming to an end, which is great. I want you to heal. I want the rough times to be over. I really do want that for yourself. The obstacle, though, is the Tower reversed. When the Tower is reversed, okay, it is personal transformation. So you might be avoiding the personal work needed in order to put something to bed, in order to embrace this peace. And I think it's genuinely because of your stubborn nature. You feel like you shouldn't have to be the one to change. But you know what? You will, because great leadership is about being the example. King of Wands. As far as the outcome, fire sign energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is the message I'm getting here. Wow, that was a really straightforward answer. Thank you, because Aries, I felt like I had to work at that. Yeah, so there's a difficult period that's coming to an end, Taurus, but you are going to struggle to make the personal changes. I just want you to be willing to look at yourself, be willing to hold up a mirror to yourself. This is happening in Leo, another fixed sign as yourself. So you may be feeling very stubborn, feeling very fixed, right? But I just want you to, I keep hearing be the example. Be the example. Can you please clarify outcome for Taurus this full moon? The Hermit reverse. You're coming out of Hermit mode. You see how this little cat is hiding? Okay, you got it reversed. This is the card upright, the Hermit, but you got it reversed. The Hermit does represent Virgo, but you're coming out of this period of hiding. You're coming out of your shell. You're stepping back into your confidence. I think I might have even said that for you for your forecast. I just posted all of the forecasts last night and today. For Taurus, I said, feels like change is happening faster than you'd like, but you need to roll with it. Stop being so stubborn. Everything is happening for you, not to you this month. I'm not sure if anyone is fighting for this relationship, but you need to be the one. Okay, you know what? You need to watch the forecast because I really unpack a lot, and I don't want you to take anything out of context, but I do remember saying that you were being really fucking stubborn. You got to be the example, and you're going to have to make the first move. Maybe not toward another person, but be the first one to move on. Okay, I hope that's helpful for you. Taurus, let me go ahead and take your notes. My shorthand notes like really just don't make that much sense. Like I know they make sense to me, but like I'm not really thinking how to make it make sense grammatically. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Wow. Six of Pentacles is coming out, which is giving and receiving, having more than enough. Okay, first of all, I didn't ask for all these cards to be jumping out for Gemini. All right. What cycle, please, is closing for Gemini this full moon in Leo? What are the potential obstacles here for the full moon in Leo for Geminis? And the outcome for Gemini, please. Outcome for Gemini this full moon. Okay, wow. First of all, you have all uprights. We love this. Okay, cycle that's ending, the world. Okay, we've got major accomplishment. We have cycles closing. Like, this is the last of the major arcana. This is things coming full circle. This is things being tied up with a bow. The world actually does have all the fixed sign on it: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. This is like when things are feeling grounded and balanced and it's upright for you. Can you clarify the world? What specifically is coming to an end? Now you have the Seven of Cups, two options. You're making a choice about something, or excuse me, I keep confusing the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Wands, something or someone you've been keeping away. You no longer, I feel like you no longer need boundaries. Clarify what's ending for Gemini. Ace of Wands, okay, something, a passion has burned out. Something new that you maybe started you're no longer excited about, or maybe you got a project that you started off the ground. Maybe you're past the initiation phase. Ace of Wands, I typically relate to like new flings, new inspiration. When it's reversed, is when that passion dies out, that inspiration dies out, that excitement dies out, and you're just like done with it. You're just like, okay, lesson learned. Let me keep that away from me. Whatever that is, there's something that you were excited about that now you're putting distance between you and that thing, or you and that person. Okay. Potential obstacle is King of Cups. We've got water sign energy here: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be a water sign, but this could be another person who maybe try to appeal to your emotions. They might even try to gaslight you indirectly. Like, you ever talk to, you know what, I only feel this way when I talk to Geminis personally. What I'm about to say, it's like you'll talk to another Gemini about something, and then like they ask you a question, or like an introspective question that makes you forget what the fuck you even cared about, and you feel just so off topic, and you never got a straight answer on what you were trying to understand. Like, I feel like you might be dealing with somebody who's like really good at deflecting. Really, really, really good at deflecting. The King of Cups is generally positive, but that's just what I'm getting here. Somebody who just knows how to play with your I don't want to say play, but it's what I'm getting here. Somebody who knows how to play with your emotions. They know how to push the right buttons to get what they want. It feels like somebody who knows you intimately, emotionally. Otherwise, if this is you, or just anybody who's just very compassionate, very emotional, you may be wanting to not let somebody down who you respect on some level. Like, maybe you care about what they think of you. And also, you may be working to be more emotionally balanced yourself. That may be the obstacle. Maybe there's something that you need to end, but you're like, I need to take the high road. You're trying to go the Michelle Obama route, you know? But that's difficult for you because you might want to lash out. The outcome is Two of Wands, okay? Whatever has burnt out, Ace of Wands reverse, you're now like, okay, what's next? I'm ready. Like, I'm ready for a new adventure. You're trying to decide, do I want to go left or right? You're wanting to, when you're in this the wand energy, the world energy, it's something's coming to completion. So now you're ready to see, okay, what new adventure am I going to go on? You're ready to make a plan for something new. Okay. So you're very much future focused this full moon in Leo. Very, 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 very future focused. A cycle is coming to an end. A passion is burning out for something that you once enjoyed, once loved. But now you're looking to the future. The King of Cups also could be just somebody who is really compassionate, that maybe they're not a bad person, but you just don't like them, or you just have some sort of conflict with them. It's definitely another person. Doesn't have to be a water sign, but it can be. So if that's connecting with you, drop a comment below. You're looking forward, not back, Gemini. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Hopefully, I don't even know how many people are in this room right now. I really don't. I really don't. It could be one, it could be two. It's okay. I've never, you know what? As much as I would love to be a person who has like a bunch of people in my life all the time, I am just a pre-recorded artist. You know, I just prefer pre-recorded content. I swear, I think I'm affirming that. I need to stop affirming that. I'm open to connecting to my viewers in all shapes and forms, and let hundreds of people be in my room. Let them. Why not? I can do that too. You see that's how manifestation works. You got to catch that negative thought and immediately out the window. Okay. 10 of Wands is coming up. Okay. We're focusing on Cancer. Cancer here. What is the cycle closing for Cancer? What is the potential obstacle for Cancer? And what is the outcome for Cancer? Outcome of this full moon for Cancers. Okay. Wow, everybody keeps getting the Tower. And now you have the Two of Wands too. You're also very future focused. Now, interestingly, you have the 10 of Cups reversed. So for you, Cancer, cycle that's closing is the 10 of Cups reversed. I actually see this kind of positively. If you've been feeling lack of value in your relationships, or if you've been discontent in your family and relationships, that is coming to an end. This is the card upright. Ooh. 10 of Cups is dreams come true, having more than enough, like having a really blessed family. It's the rainbow, right? It's what you really desire. When it's reversed here, I just feel like you're no longer going without. I feel like you're no longer struggling in your relationships. There is going to be a massive change there that happens though. With the Tower here, you got a major upheaval here as well. Again, big unexpected change is really affecting all of us, okay? It feels like to me, Cancer, this full moon, you may finally be addressing the elephant in the room. That's kind of what I'm getting. If your relationship or your relationships with friends and family haven't been great for a while, it's feeling like finally you're getting to the root of it all. Finally, you guys are laying everything out on the table. Finally, you're finding out how someone really feels. However, I do feel like that's allowing you to move forward. I don't really think this is about you ending relationships or you moving on. I feel like this is finding a way forward after like massive change, sudden upheaval. You may not be wanting to leave someone behind because of an unexpected change, like maybe you have an unexpected job change or an unexpected move or some sort of upheaval the Tower represents. So there's some change happening that you may not have a lot of control over. Going back to that Peace card, right? What can I control this or can I not? But I feel that you're finding a way through. You're making a plan. You're making an effort. You're looking ahead at what's possible and looking at the bright side of things, or at least choosing to. This definitely seems to be affecting it seems to be related to your friends and family in relationships, but I feel like you're working through the issue. Can you please clarify cycle that's closing for Cancer, Spirit? What is this? This is the Nine of, yeah, a lot of anxiety here. Nine of Swords. This is the card upright. Nine of Swords reversed. A lot of, I wanted to say healing. Sure, we'll say healing. It's just like the anxiety is lifting. The uncertainty is lifting. Clarify the outcome for Cancer, please. The Magician reversed. Yeah, you're starting to like find your power again. Here's the card upright. You're just starting to see, okay, like maybe I can make this work. I don't think you're super, super confident yet, but you're working towards it by playing with the possibilities. Okay, that's what I think is happening for you this full moon, Cancer. Let me know if that's resonating. I also wanted to say, Cancer, I feel like a period of aloneness is coming to an end. If you've been alone, I feel like that is coming to an end. Whether you're getting out there and like finding new connections or I don't know. There's some way that you're improving your relationships and yeah. But you're taking an active role in improving your relationship. To be less alone. Whether that's romantic or familial or whatever. Hope that was helpful. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo. What cycle is coming to an end for Leo? The Leos in the chat. Hey fam. What's up, my Leo gang? I feel like I have a special relationship with my Leos in my community. Okay, what cycle is coming to an end for the Leo? This full moon in Leo. What is the potential obstacle? Oh God, the death card. First of all, the death card flew out. Unsurprised here because I also had this in my forecast for February. When I did my annual forecast, I had the death card, so okay. I'm going to pick one anyway. That flew out. Please clarify what this potential obstacle is for Leo. And what is the outcome for Leo? This full moon in Leo. All right, here we go. I have no idea what these cards. Justice. Okay. The imagery on this card. Oh God, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. What is this? This is 5. Hold on. Roman fucking numerals 6, 7, 8. This is the 8 of Cups reversed. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Here we go, Leo. Okay, so cycle that's ending for you is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Here is the card upright. The Wheel of Fortune is typically about good luck, good karma, good fortune, things going your way, going your favor. When it's reversed, I feel like if you've been having bad luck, if things were just not working out for you lately, I feel like that's coming to an end. I think that has a lot to do with astrology as well, of like Jupiter going direct finally. We've got Mars moving direct in just another few days. Also to the Wheel of Fortune, when it's reversed, is clinging to control. And sometimes it's also about breakthroughs. Maybe you're done with the breakthroughs you've been having. I can personally say, I don't know if I've been having major breakthroughs. I guess I can. I think for me, because I am so introspective and I'm so self-aware, I'm constantly trying to work on myself and evolve and change and grow. So my breakthroughs might not feel as huge as other people. Mine feel like more like mini adjustments, if that makes sense. But maybe for you, Leo, you're feeling like, okay, I just feel like I feel like a tiredness, Leo. I feel like you're tired. I feel like, look, also too, look, the little cat's been on the motherfucking wheel. It's reversed. You've been on this goddamn wheel for what feels like forever, and you're just like, okay, I'm done. I need to get off of this. My muscles are sore. I'm tired. They told me I would get a carrot, and I ain't seen it yet. You know what I mean? It feels like that's the energy, and I feel like that's coming for an end. Like, going back to this piece, right? I feel like you're able to rest a little bit. Like, I feel like whatever you've been really working really hard for is coming to an end. Or even if luck and good fortune have felt elusive to you, that also is coming to an end. The obstacle here, the card that flew out was the Death card, which is endings and transformation. And also the Eight of Cups reversed. Here is the card upright. But it's reversed for us. Eight of Cups is typically about walking away. Look, you see how she's trying to get water, but she can't, like all the cups, like she don't got what, she can't even get what she needs, Lord. She's just trying to get a little sip. The Eight of Cups is when you have to walk away because you're not getting what you need. You have to find another source of emotional fulfillment or nourishment in this sense. And this is why sometimes I like working with different decks, because it gives a very different perspective of, you know, the reading, right? Reverse is what's happening here. Now, the Eight of Cups reverse means you're giving something a second chance. So you may be wanting to give something a chance that needs to end. And this has been coming up in my reading a lot. And this is why I said at the top of my session, it feels like I had to, it's like a boomerang moment. So I don't know, Leo, if you're feeling that way. I'm very interested to see how the fuck this full moon plays out for me. But it feels like you had to let something go to see if it comes back. But you were completely prepared for that boomerang to not come back. Does that make sense? That's really how it feels to me. Something that you were trying to end, trying to let go, trying to move on from is not quite finished. And the reason why I say that is because the outcome is justice. Is justice. You're getting what you deserve, Leo. Especially this full moon's in your sign. You're getting, like, first of all, let's just acknowledge all the major arcana here. You're getting what you deserve. You're getting what's right. You're getting what's fair. I hope if this is in, look, first of all, let's look at the image. Somebody done bit this hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Lord. Right? And you know what? And that hand probably did smack that cat. Not that I'm advocating for like animal cruelty, but if a cat fucking bites my hand, best believe he gonna don't play with me. Don't play with me. And because you know why? Before any of you be like, oh my God, animals. First of all, what the fuck do you think happens in the wild? You remember how all of us was in a chokehold from that one cat on TikTok that was going around abusing the other motherfucking cats? What you think happened in the wild? You just roll up on another animal, smack. They gonna smack you back. So if a cat come up on me trying to bite me, I'm gonna just check it real quick. Okay? Okay. There's no animal cruelty over here, but you're not gonna try a bitch, especially if I'm feeding you. I'm sorry. Let me come back down. Okay. So anyway, it's a lot of major arcana, so it's a lot of transformation. I just feel like you have to reclaim your power. I definitely talked about this, Leo, in your forecast of you needing to regain your confidence, because I feel like because you've been on this treadmill for so long, you've lost your confidence. You've lost your wind. But I was listening to Shanetta's Divine Tarot today, just about an hour or so ago, and I was, you know how she does picker card readings, and I was, I just assume if you listen to me, you listen to her. I think she has like 500,000 subscribers, and our energies are very similar. We're also both Leos. So I just assume you know who that is. If you don't, please go follow her channel. Anyway, so Sinead was talking about how this is your time and you're tired, but like you prayed for this and you need to keep, like you got to keep your foot on the gas. Like just a little while longer. Like Leo, if you don't do nothing else, just give it to the end of February. Whatever you've been working towards, whatever you've been working on, just give it to the end of February. Get to the new moon, okay? I know we're talking about the full moon, but get to the new moon to just wait for that payout, wait for that payoff. So anyway, it seems like something is coming, some wrong is being righted this full moon for you, Leo. An injustice that has either happened to you or something that was unfair. It may not even be an injustice. It just may be something that you're finally getting what you deserve after putting work into something for such a long time. Oh God, how am I going to summarize that? Okay. All work and no reward. I think that might be part of the meaning of the Wheel of Fortune. I was looking at this the other day. I don't know who got it. I don't know what sign got it. Oh, okay. And here I go right to it. Okay. Resistance to change, particularly if you feel forced upon you. Yeah, you may have to be going with the flow. Accept that change is inevitable and you will have much improved experience when you can go with the flow. Finally breaking a negative cycle. I said what I said. I interpreted it the way that I feel like I need to interpret it. A negative cycle. All work and no reward. Yeah, that's how I really feel like it is for me. Maybe you let something go prematurely. Or perhaps as well, Leo, the Eight of Cups sometimes is about being alone. You may need to embrace being alone. I don't think that's the message here, but I'm just sharing it because I just feel like there's something that like isn't quite done. Very interested. You know what? Let's see. Let's see real quick, Leo, just for you, because it's in your sign and also we're Leos. Let's see what area of life this justice is coming in. And then we're going to move on to Virgo. Family room. Okay, interesting. This could be in relation to the justice, the outcome. This could be in relation to something regarding your home life, something regarding your housing situation. This could be... I often get this card a lot, but I work from home, obviously. Clarify where area of life this is happening for Leo. How many cards? That was way too many. That was 4. Come on, we need just 1. What area is this happening for Leo? Privilege, yeah, privilege. I feel like your money's about to be up. I feel like your disposable income is about to be up. I feel like you're going to be able to relax again and enjoy your home, especially if you've been like out a lot. Like if you've just been out and just unable to like be home and enjoy your home, enjoy your lair. I feel like you finally finna get that. You're about to really step into abundance. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's happening for Virgo. If that's resonating with you, drop some comments below, Leo. All Leo placements. Oof. This 2 of Wands really wants to come out. Look at it again. Okay, so we should all just be future focused, I think. I think we should all just be future focused. Because it really just wants to come out. Going on for the Virgos. Okay, what cycle is closing for Virgo and Leo? What is potential obstacle for Virgos this full moon in Leo? Potential obstacle. And what is the outcome for Virgos this full moon in Leo? What is the outcome? And when I say outcome, guys, this is usually something that will probably happen around 3 days past the I look at it 2 ways. It's either something that's happening about no longer than 3 days after the full moon, but also energy that really is still kind of playing out right before the new moon. So this is when we look at this outcome card, it's something that's happening before the next new moon. Most as soon as, so let me give you specific dates. So it could be, so the full moon's on the 12th, 13th, 14th. So it could be energy that you see play out no longer than the 15th. or like as early as the 15th, but as late as, I think the new moon is like, let me look. I think I have the tab open. The new moon is on February 27th. So at its earliest, you can see the energy played out of the outcome by the 15th, or as late as, I would say, 26, 27, 26th, 5th, 4th. I would say as late as the 23rd. So anywhere between the 15th and the 23rd of February, okay, as far as the outcome goes. All right, let's see what you got, Virgo. What is this? 5, 6 of Wands. Okay, that's great, but it's reversed. So we get the 6 of Wands reversed for you. Here is the card upright. The 6 of Wands is about success and victory. So the cycle that's ending for you is a feeling lack of recognition. If you've been feeling like you just haven't been honored, haven't been revered, haven't been celebrated properly, or maybe you've been celebrating wins privately, that's coming to an end. Potential obstacle for you is Temperance reversed. Okay, here's the Temperance upright. Temperance does represent Sagittarius energy. The Temperance is moderate. This is a funny card. The Temperance is about moderation. So even though the cat is kind of just taking a little sip of this water and she could go in and kill the cat, she's not. She's you know, restraining herself. She's holding back, okay? Which is really what the Temperance is about, is holding back. So the obstacle is like you don't want to have to compromise. You don't want to have to be patient. I feel like you're not getting what you feel you deserve, and you are struggling to wait any longer to get what you deserve. The outcome is Ace of Wands reversed. You're just going to lose, sorry, guys, that's my dog. You're just going to lose passion and care for this altogether. Altogether. What are we talking about here for Virgo? What are we talking about? Are we talking about work? Are we talking about love? Are we talking about money or honey? We have is this the 9 of Cups? You're not happy. I just feel like you're not happy, Virgo. You're not lit up like you used to. You're not. The 9 of Cups is like, you see how they have all these bowls to choose from, and like, you know, they're sharing it. They're sharing it with others. That's the 9 of Cups. It's contentment. It's wish fulfillment. It's reversed. It came out reversed for you, along with the Ace of Wands reversed. Like the Ace of Wands, the passion has died out. You don't care for this thing or this person anymore. You're not happy, and you don't want to be the one to make a decision. So how is this going to play out? What is Virgo going to do? What is the guidance for Virgo here? I'm even a little stuck for you. What is the guidance here? Eight of Cups, you're walking away. Now it literally just flew out upright for you. You're walking away, Virgo. You're just like, or at least making time to get away, spending time in solitude. That was pretty straightforward, your reading. I just feel like you don't want to stay where you're no longer celebrated, Virgo. I think that's really just like the vibe for me. You don't want to stay where you're not feeling respected or celebrated. And I feel like the other person you're dealing with is trying to tell you what you can do and how you could be better. And you're just like, excuse you, bitch. Have you not been seeing all the things that I've been doing? And that is very Virgo, okay? I was actually reading, I think I was reading once Venus in Virgo from Cafe Astrology. I highly recommend you do that if you don't. First of all, look up your Venus sign. And I was looking up Venus in Virgo, and Venus is very much the type of person in love where they're going to do all the little things for you. They're going to like make sure your sandwich is always packed neatly for work. They're going to make sure that you never have to fluff your pillow. They're always going to make sure the toilet seat is down. They're going to make sure that your car's always washed. There's like all of the little things that you don't think about that you could easily overlook, Virgo's doing. And when too many of those things come up or build up for Virgo that you don't acknowledge, that's when Virgo starts to get resentful. When you don't notice all the little things that Virgo's doing. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. It's hard to say if this is in your work life or in your relationships, but you're feeling like, I'm hearing cherish. I'm feeling really unappreciated, taking my love for granted, baby. It's feeling very unappreciated. Let me know if that's resonating. I feel that was super clear. I think this is also just an acceptance of you realizing you're not happy where you are. And maybe the Eight of Cups moment is permanent, maybe it's not. Maybe it's you just needing some time to yourself to think, to analyze what your next move is. You just need time alone. I feel like you really need time alone. That's like the vibe I'm getting here, Virgo. Let me know if that's resonating with you. That's speaking to you. You, Virgo, need fucking peace. You're just like, I don't have any peace. Like, and you know, there's a lot of people who feel like, I'll be damned if I'm gonna have like somebody around me in my house and they're not, and they're adding to my stress level, right? A lot of people, I would feel that way. I'm like, I'm not gonna have a man in my house that's adding to my stress. Why? why am I doing that? Why? And not just me, but I think any relationship, right? If you are making each other better and helping each other improve and like, you know, adding value to each other's lives, like what are you doing? You know? All right, let's move on to Libra. We got through the first 6. Hopefully we can get to the next 6. What cycle is closing for Libra, this full moon in Leo? What is the potential obstacle for Libra, please? What is the outcome for Libra, full moon in Libra? Okay. Oh, I said full moon in Libra. You know what I meant, Spirit. Okay, King of Swords, yes. Okay, hold on. So we got a lot of court cards here. So we have 3 of Wands as far as what cycle is closing for you. 3 of Wands is like expansion, growth. This is an interesting card though. 3 of Wands. I'm just looking at the imagery. I'm noticing how the other cat isn't paying attention and this cat kind of has the toy to himself. Typically the 3 of Wands is like waiting on your ships to come in and waiting for that wave to ride, and like you're definitely prepared. You're ready to take flight. But sometimes it does require waiting on someone else to kind of help you get there, to take off. So this is an interesting imagery. For me though, I feel like this cycle is ending. I feel like you're kind of ascending past this energy is kind of how I'm taking it. Like you no longer waiting for the moment. The moment is like here, you know? That's kind of how I feel. Can you clarify 3 of Wands for Libra? What cycle is closing for Libra? 10 of Pentacles, period. The moment's here. The moment is fucking here, Libra. Like you have what you need. You have like more than enough. More than enough. Like you're past this phase of growth. You are the growth. You have done it. The abundance, 10 of Pentacles, more comfort, legacy, right? Potential obstacles, Knight of Pentacles here, reversed. Knight of Pentacles does represent the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is an interesting card. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles is patient. You see he's at the table. He done got his ass on the table and he's waiting for his owner to give him a little scrap, give him a little something. He's not begging, but he is there. He is patient. When the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, it represents obsessing about the wrong thing. It represents lack of dedication and focus oftentimes. So I think you need to make sure you don't get distracted. I feel like it took you a long time to get into this energy. I don't even think it's about waiting for this moment. I think it took you a long time to get to this vibration. And you need to be very careful not to get distracted by other things or even Or even don't convince yourself to wait for an opportunity that isn't materializing. Like if it's not coming at the speed that you think it should be coming, I feel like you can trust your intuition at this particular time and just move on to the next thing. I think there's times where we have to trust our intuition to just say, be patient, let's see what happens, and da da da. I don't think this is the vibe right now for you, Libra. Right now, I feel like if you know, for instance, like I was going through this in the fall when I was interviewing again. And I wasn't getting answers. Like I know I got to a final round interview, but I wasn't hearing back. And the time that I felt like I should be hearing back, I'm like, well, intuitively, I just kind of feel like they moved on or they made a different decision. And while you want to sit to yourself and be like, well, you know, maybe that's not the thing. Like maybe, you know, it could still possibly work out. I think you just intuitively know that's not for me. I just got to move on. Right. And I think you can trust that because usually there is a level of peace with that feeling, with that knowing of like, I haven't heard back. This probably isn't for me. So I'm going to start focusing my attention on something else. What I'm saying is don't keep your attention somewhere that it could be don't keep your attention in a place where it could be better used somewhere else. If it's for you, it's for you, right? You're going to, if you focus on the energy you want to attract, you're going to get it either way. Spirit always wants to get you what you want to receive the fastest way possible. Your whole assignment is to align to the energy. I feel something I'm working on right now in my life in particular is not so much doing, because I feel like as a fire sign, as a Leo, I'm always doing. I'm always very action oriented. And I'm trying to be more intentional about aligning my energy and not so much doing something to align my energy. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to be the thing. I'm just trying to be the thing versus be the thing. Does that make sense? I really hope that made sense because I feel like the words didn't make sense, but I feel like you got it. Okay. Outcome is King of Swords, air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you are, like I said, you are the moment. This is the moment. You are the expert. You are someone who's operating very analytically, very wise, very smart, very sharp. I just feel like all of that emotional noise, we don't have any cups here. It's pentacles, it's wands, it's swords. You're in a good place. I feel like this full moon will be really kind to you, Libra. And I really love that because I feel like you're due for a win. I feel like you're due for a win. I really do. I feel like you're in a space where you're being seen as the expert. You're being the one who people are coming to for advice. And I don't think you've felt that way in a really long time, that you were worthy of giving advice. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let me write my notes down. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the right way to word that, Libra. Okay. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Hopefully that made sense for you, Libra. And what I'm doing here is I'm resetting the deck because I use reversals in this deck. So I'm just making sure so that I don't always, like, it may not be that each sign gets the Ace of Cups upright. You know what I mean? So I just reset it between each sign, which is how I like to operate my readings. I'm not gonna lie, Scorpio, your reading was kind of crazy. I haven't really gone through just yet to see, because I feel like February is such a chaotic month for all signs, because I haven't really gone to look yet to see who's having the worst February and who's not. I think it would be a really close call probably between you and maybe Capricorn. Yeah. But you, Scorpio, I just feel like you're not happy, whereas Capricorn is just trying to move through heavy energy. But I definitely felt like this was a rough month for you. So again, if you want to watch that, definitely head to my members, become a member, become Light Keeper, okay? And subscribe and join the vibes over there for the monthly forecast, okay? All right, so what cycle is closing for Scorpio this full moon in Leo? What is the potential obstacle for full moon in Leo and Scorpio? What is the outcome for Scorpio this full moon in Leo? This deck is so funny. Like, some of the cards are just hilarious. Okay, cycle it's ending, Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is an energy where you have new emotions, new feelings. Maybe you were excited about something new. This could be anything. This could be a move. This could be a relationship. This could be a job. This could be anything that would have invited emotional newness, something that feels very good and very positive and overflowing, usually related to your emotions. That's coming to an end. It's not that the situation itself is coming to an end, but just it's no longer as fresh and new as it once was, if that makes sense, right? The obstacle to overcome is 10 of Cups. We have family and relationships that are causing issues or problems. 10 of Cups is like, you know, dreams come true or family and relationships. I don't know. I'm just hearing the demands of family is stressful. Or it may be that you don't have the relationship you desire. You might be having issues in your marriage or your partnership or raising your children. That's interesting. We have the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups. It may even be that you started a new relationship and it looked really good at first, but maybe now you're starting to see the cracks in the foundation. I just think you need to be careful here, Scorpio, because I think you're about to start panicking, and I don't know that you need to, which is because the outcome is the 8 of Swords. 6, 7, 8 of Swords. You're kind of like low-key spiraling this full moon, and I just feel like I do actually think it's in your head a little bit. I think you're bringing on the anxiety. I think you're bringing on the fear. I think you're bringing on the worry. I'm not trying to invalidate whatever your experience is because I don't know what you're going through, but I think you are giving it life. Does that make sense? I think you are giving it life. And I think that, listen, I'm going to stop myself here because I think that's really easy to say. Like, for example, if you're going through domestic violence issues or control issues or manipulation or I wanted to say grooming. Oof. You know, if you're going through any of that where you are really feeling victimized, because the 8 of Swords does correlate to feeling like a victim, I really want to be sensitive to that. I don't want to be like, it's all in your head, just think positive and it'll all be all right. Like, I really want you to get the help that you need if that's your situation. But I do feel like, on a less serious note, that you have to come out of this energy where you feel like everyone is against you. I do think you're creating this energy a little bit. Can you clarify the outcome, please, for Scorpio? We just had 3 cards fall out. Okay, so we have 8 of Pentacles, 5, 6 of Swords, which is a split. That's interesting. It's splitting, a tear in the rug. That's an interesting imagery for it, because 6 of Swords is transition. It's breaking away. It's similar to the 8 of Cups, where it's walking away, but you're just kind of realizing, you know what, I've got to go to a different path. It's a transition towards something better. And then we have the 3 of Cups, community, friendships, playfulness, overflow. I really think I don't actually know that you have a lot to worry about. I low-key do feel like you are creating the problem. Like, I still stand by what I said. If you're in a very serious situation, please get the help you need. But I feel like you kind of are making a situation worse than it should be or needs to be. I think ultimately on the surface things are good, but you just, because it's not exactly how you want it to be right now, is why you're frustrated. Relationships are hard. Whether you're dealing with career relationships, romantic relationships, family relationships, relationships are hard, Scorpio. I do feel that with the Eight of Pentacles here, Three of Cups, and Six of Swords, whatever conflict is happening, I do feel that you will have a resolution. You will come back together and you guys will be good. You're spiraling, but I think ultimately everything is fine. I don't think that you need to be worried about the state of this relationship, if you're breaking up or anything like that. I don't think that's happening. I just think you are stressed the fuck out. Try communicating, Scorpio, because I feel like sometimes you're so mysterious and so brooding and you feel like people should just know how you feel. That shit do be bugging me sometimes about Scorpio. Like, I feel like y'all are so intuitive, so you pick up other people's cues really easily, that you expect other people to pick up your cues really easily. And you be feeling like, well, I didn't pick them up from work, so they should know I'm mad at them. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. How about you let them know that you don't like that shit that they did, and that's why you didn't pick them up from work, okay? Stop trying to make people read between the lines. Stop trying to do that shit. Okay. Okay. Because I'm using my back camera, it doesn't, like, I keep forgetting I'm live. I don't forget, but it's just like, I'm having to remember that I'm not live, that I am live. I put on perfume for y'all. Sometimes it's important for me to just like feel good when I do this content, you know? Excuse me, I got out the shower, I did my makeup, I put on a lip color I ain't put on in a long time. I was like, let me put on this little purple. I put on earrings I ain't put in a long time. You would have thought we was in retrograde. I'm putting out all kinds of stuff I haven't used or worn in a long time. I just be doing it just for you and for me, you know? Sagittarius, here we go. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius, we're tapping into your energy. What cycle is closing for Sagittarius, this full moon in Leo? What is the potential obstacle for Sagittarius, this full moon in Leo? And what is the, oh, okay. So now you got the Three of Cups reversed, just fell out. What is the outcome for Sagittarius, this full moon in Leo? We got a lot of people involved in this situation. Okay. All right. So first things first, we have the moon reversed for what cycle's closing. Here's the card upright. The moon does represent Pisces. It's the cat on the fence. Why is the damn lobster here? Anyway, okay, the Pisces does represent the moon. It, the moon represents Pisces. It also represents hidden fears and anxieties. And when it's reversed, it represents like coming out of that energy. So I feel like you're coming out of a state where things have been foggy, unclear, and kind of like dreamlike for you, where like you couldn't really decipher what was real and what's not. That cycle is ending where you just feel confused all the time. However, the obstacle is Empress reverse. Perhaps this is your mother, the mother of your children, or you yourself are a mother. This is the Empress. Maybe the challenge is also too, maybe you're struggling to make time for yourself. The other messages to the Empress reverse can represent clinginess. Maybe you're clinging on to something or someone that you need to release or just kind of give some space. Can you clarify the potential obstacle for Sagittarius, please? This Sun and Leo. Oh, okay. Knight of Pentacles. Earth sign energy here as well. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Maybe also impatience, like maybe you want to see results from someone. I feel like either you want to see results from your mother or the mother of your children or something. There's something to do with motherhood here and dedication and being checked in, being present. There's an energy here. Either you feel like someone in your life is not being present or you are struggling to be present. This is causing an issue this full moon because, like I said, the Three of Cups is falling out. So this could represent third-party energy. I don't think it is. I think this is more about you just like not really loving this person like you used to. And the Knight of Cups is reversed here as well. The Knight of Cups is definitely the Romeo of the tarot. This is an interesting image for the Knight of Cups. Well, you know what? Because I think what they're trying to draw here is like head in the sand, maybe like or rose-colored glasses. Like you're not really seeing what's real sometimes. With the Knight of Cups, you're being overly optimistic when it's reversed. Like, yeah, like I said, rose-colored glasses. But I see it as the Knight of Cups, water sign number 1, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I also see it as you just like not emotionally invested in a connection anymore. I feel like this full moon is lifting the fog and you're seeing someone for who they really are. And that's making you realize that you no longer want to be associated or connected with them. I don't know if this is to do with a mother figure. The Empress is just someone in general who is very nurturing, who is very kind. When it's reversed, she needs time for herself. She needs time to reset, relax. But this can, like I said, it can manifest in a lot of different ways. This may be you feeling the need to pull back your energy, but feeling committed still to something or someone. There's just a desire to pull back is what I'm getting. There's really a desire to pull back now that you have all the facts, now that you have all the information. This is really, really similar to your full moon or your February forecast. So I really suggest you read that to see in more detail what I predicted for your month overall, plus love and relationships and career and finances. But this full moon seems to be bringing all of that to view. Seriously. You will be aware of something or someone that you want to step back from, but I think obligations are causing complications. You do that with what you will. I think ultimately, what is Sagittarius? How are you guiding Sagittarius? How are you guiding Sagittarius? We have the Six of Swords reversed here. Okay, it's unfinished business. You have to, before you move on, you've got to make sure all of the loose ends, here's the card upright. You need to make sure all loose ends are tied. Don't leave any loose ends. Don't leave anything to chance. Make sure you just tie everything. Like before you break off, make sure there's no questions. There should be no guesswork into why you're making the decision to break off and part ways. Make sure you tie up all loose ends before you disassociate. Okay? That's how I'm seeing that. Drop some comments below if that's resonating for you while I make my notes. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Capricorn. We're almost done here. We're almost through. I have no idea how long this video has been. I really don't. And this is why I had to do this live, because see, I just be talking. And even if I had been fast, made it in an hour or 15 minutes, I still have to then get the video on my microchip, then get that video on my laptop, then export it in CapCut, then upload it to YouTube. That whole process takes too long. So that's, I mean, I like it because I get to color correct and I get to, you know, block out all the bullshit that you guys can see right now, make the screen a little tighter, do color correct, add my intro, add text if I want or need to. I just don't have time for it. I don't. And I don't think you guys care as much. I care. I know you guys care about the content. And I think it does matter ultimately when you're producing your own content, because this is my baby. I look at my YouTube channel as my own network. I know that sounds really crazy, but that's how I look at it, because you never know what it can grow to, right? And how the content I put out matters to me. But you know, it's also more important to me that I'm consistent. And I really didn't want to skip over this full moon in Leo. I was like, I really want to get this done. Okay, so we're moving on to Capricorn. What cycle is closing for Capricorn this full moon in Leo, please? What is the potential obstacle for Capricorn this full moon in Leo? And what is the outcome for Capricorn this full moon in Leo? Okay, wow, all reversals. Like I said, I really just feel like out of all the signs, Capricorn is not having a good time. I really do. I think if I really had to put money on it, I think Capricorn is having the worst February, to be honest. Okay, what cycle is ending for Capricorn is actually the Magician, which is not terrible. The Magician is manifesting, feeling like you are trying to like call in what you desire and trying to create, wanting to see what's possible, what you can create from thin air, right? When it's reversed, I think you've been in a cycle, Capricorn, where you just feel like you either don't know what you want, and that's why you haven't been able to produce results, or you feel like something's missing. A lot of times people aren't able to manifest what they desire because they feel like they need to be in a certain stage of life, or they need to be in a certain energy to attract certain energy. But I think you're letting that go. You're coming out of that energy of like feeling like you don't have what you need. Sometimes the Magician also represents manipulation. You may be feeling like someone has been manipulating you as well. Can you clarify the Magician, please, for Capricorn? What cycle's closing for Capricorn? 2 cards just fell out. The Emperor reversed and 2 of Swords. Yeah, this definitely feels like somebody who you feel has been a tyrant, someone who's been difficult to work with the Emperor. This is Aries energy, but when it's reversed, the Emperor is someone who's aggressive, they're domineering, toxic masculine. 2 of Swords is indecision, where you just feel like you haven't been able to agree with something or someone. This could also be you. Maybe you haven't been able to make a decision because, again, you don't know what direction you're going. You haven't created a vision to conquer. You know what I mean? So it could be one of those 2 interpretations. The obstacle for you is Temperance reverse. This is Sagittarius energy, okay? When it's reversed, it's lack of compromise. It's inability to move. It is stubbornness, which I think is pretty straightforward to me. I just feel like you're dealing with somebody difficult. You're a ram. You might be dealing with, you know, just another energy of someone who just, either you don't want to compromise or they don't want to compromise. I don't know. It's just feeling like a lack of compromise, a lack of balance, a lack of moderation, a lack of consideration, I might also add, from something or someone. Okay. The not major accomplishment, excuse me. The outcome is the Ace of Cups reversed. Now this might result in you just needing to give yourself what you need. I kind of feel like you're looking for what you need outside of you. And maybe that's, again, why the Magician here is in cycle of ending. the cycle ending. Because like I said, maybe you've been in a place where you're like, don't feel like you have what you need, and you're just making these excuses, or feel like there's these reasons why, well, I can't get that job because I don't have this certification, and I can't, you know, slim down because this is just not a good time for work, you know, to what, I don't know, whatever the excuse is. But I feel like someone's lack of cooperation or lack of compromise is forcing you to realize, you know what, I'm going to do this for me because I don't want to let myself down. Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups is new emotions, new feelings, new beginnings. But when it's reversed, it's self-love. It's pouring into yourself. And you start to pour into yourself so that you can say, you know what? I don't need that certification for that job. Like, I'm going to attract a promotion anyway. And let's say whether you want to get a certification or whatever, get a certification if that's what you want to do. My point is, people are promoted with not having credentials all the time. Like, you know, and it's about pouring into yourself and having confidence in being a vibrational match to whatever. Like, I was really on track for like a whole HR and operations career. I don't have a degree in HR or the first SHRM certification. I just had experience, you know? And I do have a degree, but not in HR. So let me be a living example, okay? You don't always need the credentials. You just need charisma and confidence. Okay, but I feel like you're pouring back into yourself. Can you please clarify Ace of Cups outcome for Cap? Okay, the Hermit. I feel like you're hiding away, but I think you need time alone. I think you just need time to reset, regroup, recover. I just feel like I don't think you're supported. I don't think you feel supported by other people around you, which is why you're having to fill your own cup back up. Like I said, I don't think you're able to get it from other people right now. And this full moon in Leo is making you see that. It's making it obviously aware. Yeah, like I said, go watch the Capricorn forecast because I just think this is a tough month for you. Drop some comments below if that's resonating. I mean, that's life sometimes. Some months are just fucking tough, okay? Some months are just fucking tough. December and January for me, fucking rough. Fucking rough, okay? But that's just life. That's just life sometimes. Yeah, you need some time alone so you can get some direction and guidance for your life. I just feel like there's a lot of noise around you right now. Capricorn. There's a lot of noise around you. Okay. I don't know why this thought is coming to me, and I'm going to take you on this mental journey with me for a second because I guess Spirit gave it to me for a reason. The thought log was this. I was thinking about the Capricorns I knew and who that might relate to, and I was thinking of two former coworkers that are both Capricorn, and then my thought was, oh, I wonder if they'll ever see this video. And then I remember one of them I haven't spoken to in a really long time, and I was wondering and thinking about what might be going on in her life, but I remember talking to her at the time in 2023, and we were talking about social media, and I was like telling her how I used to pay an intern to post and edit my social media content for Instagram. And she was like, oh man, like, oh, let me find out we have like a celebrity or whatever. And at the time, I definitely thought I was hot shit. I still don't have that many followers on Instagram. But my business was important enough to me where I feel like, yeah, I do take this seriously. This is what I do. I produce content and I'm consistent and I'm building something. And guys, this is way before I really invested in TikTok the way that I invested in TikTok. But my point in sharing this is I operated like I had 50,000 followers before I had 50,000 followers. You see what I'm saying? And I think that for me is important to share with you, Capricorn. You just gotta act like it. You just gotta act like you just gotta get your charisma and confidence back. And like, I'm telling you, like at the time I was like, yeah, like I paid this little intern to like edit my stuff because like I have to be here and then I have gigs and I don't have the time and it's just too much and da da da. And for me, that was definitely not money that like I had, but to me, it was an energetic thing to do to add on to the importance of, no, this is my business. I take it seriously and I'm investing in time to allocate and outsource so that the time I can put back into creating more content. So obviously your situation might be different. Maybe you're not a content creator, but the idea is the same. Okay. You got to believe it to be it. You know what I mean? Okay, that was a wild mental journey, but hopefully that was helpful for you. We're almost done here. Let's go ahead and move on to Aquarius. We will be done before 7, okay? We'll be done before 7. Let me just make sure I'm... Shut the fuck up. Okay. Moving on to Aquarius. How long has it been? Like an hour and a half? I think it's been like an hour and a half. Okay, Aquarius. What cycle is closing for Aquarius? What potential obstacles are going to be in the way for Aquarius this full moon in Leo? And what is the outcome for Aquarius this full moon in Leo? What is the outcome? I'm hearing SZA. And I don't even know the lyrics. What are the lyrics of that song? I don't know, but that feels important to somebody. Because I personally don't really love that song. Love SZA. Love Kendrick. Don't really love. I don't think it's a bad song. I just don't love the song. I think it's one of those songs that the radio has overplayed. So you know what I mean? I feel the same way about that song how I feel about Fergie, Big Girls Don't Cry. You remember how they overplayed that song like just way too much? And now all of us know the lyrics, but not by choice, you know? Somebody give me a comedy show. Okay. Cycle closing for you, Aquarius, is 7 of Wands reversed. So you're bringing your boundaries down. You're bringing your walls down. You've been really defensive. I still don't understand the imagery for this card. I don't really get it. But the 7 of Wands is about being defensive and like maintaining your peace, right? Again, your peace. And actually doubling back if Capricorn still watching, getting your power back, right? So when we have the 7 of Wands reversed, sometimes it can represent being overly defensive, or maybe you're in denial to yourself. That's really more 7 of Swords. It can be like maybe you're needing to double down sometimes on what you believe. I don't really see that as the messaging here. I see this more as you releasing the boundaries, in terms of like what cycle's closing for you. I feel like you've been very much like keeping people away and at a distance. And maybe you have your reasons, right? But the potential obstacle is Ace of Cups, a new love, new feeling. There's something new, a new connection that I think you're very hesitant and weary about. Wow. I really, on this for a second, I wanted to cry. And I feel like this is really, I don't know if any Aquariuses are watching this right now. And I really just don't even know who's in the chat. I really don't know. Because I'm using my front-facing camera. I don't know. This feels really, really scary for you, Aquarius. I mean, I'm an Aquarius rising, so I get it. You're afraid to, and I don't even know how this would apply to me, really, to be honest. I mean, I do, but I don't. I think you're really, really afraid to let those walls down, to let in new feelings, new emotions, new love, because you don't want to be hurt again. And that's such a relatable feeling. It really is. However, what is this? The 4 of Pentacles. You are going to be okay, though. We have 4 of Pentacles. as your outcome. The Four of Pentacles is about security. It's about conserving. It's about having enough. You know, it may not be the abundance that you need, the 10 of Pentacles, where you've got 10 goldfish, but you've got 4. You're going to be nourished and you're not going to go without. But it also requires you to have that mindset of expectancy of abundance, because if you lean into the lack, you're going to create more lack. That applies to your relationships and friendships as well, not just money. There might even be some, I wanted to say church hurt, but I started to say like business hurt. Like if you've been burned in like your business or career, I feel like this could apply there as well. Like you're maybe overly defensive. You're afraid to go out for promotions or advocate for yourself again because you don't want to be shot down. It just feels like there is something new that's interesting to you. There is something like that has piqued your interest that you're excited about, but I think you're really afraid of what might happen if you let your guard down. Can you clarify the outcome, please, for Aquarius? The Emperor, come on now. Upright. Emperor is Aries energy, in case an Aries is important, but it's also commanding respect, commanding attention. You have direction, you have vision, you have presence. You know where you're going. It's masculine energy. It's decision making. You have what you need to get where you're going, Aquarius. Even if it's not exactly what you want, you have what you need. You will have what you need, okay? But you have to give something space and room to grow. You have to give time for this Four of Pentacles to become the 10 of Pentacles. Everybody who's a millionaire, not everybody, every self-made millionaire started with $1. You know? They had to overcome a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of worries to let that dollar become $1 million. Can you clarify an obstacle to overcome for Aquarius? Okay. The High Priestess and 8 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so I feel like you're doubting yourself. I feel like you're convincing yourself that it's easier to walk away than to embrace something new and unknown. The High Priest, like you just don't know how this is going to work for you, so you're just like, it's just, you really want to stick with what you know. I really just get an overwhelming sense of fear. Going back to this energy, right? Don't worry about what you can't control. Focus on what you can control. If you can't control it, don't worry about it. But also reclaim your power, bitch. Reclaim your power. You are more secure than you realize. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. All right, Aquarius. Shit. You know, you're Leo's opposite. So what do you have for the Aquarius who's watching this? Protection. What I say, you're gonna be fine. Guarding your heart, wait before dating again, coming out of your shell. These are just ways this card can be interpreted. I think, again, like you are trying to protect yourself, but I think you just come out of your shell. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And just want something from this deck, please. Trigger statement to release. I have nothing left. Let that go, Aquarius. True statement to embrace. I nurture myself. Dear one, it's time to settle. Okay, hold on. Create a sacred space where you can be. In that place of rest, healing will unfold. Settle as in like be relaxed. You need to let yourself relax. I think you're really, I feel there's tension. And I think there's fear. There's a lot of fear in your session, in your reading. Yeah, that's a lot to unpack, Aquarius. So definitely, you know, watch your forecast on my Lightkeeper membership for the month of February. But of course, if you just want a reading to dig deeper on your specific situation, first of all, Lightkeepers get a lifetime 15% discount on readings with me, as long as you're a member. But if you just need like a full moon reading or a general reading, you can book that with me as well. Oh, okay. And I don't really know. I'm just thinking, Aquarius, if you're still listening. Whether there's a new person or not, you need to just either focus on yourself or let yourself, you don't have to dive all the way into the deep end. You can take something slow. Maybe somebody walked away from you, Aquarius, and that's why you're just like, fuck this. I don't want to go out there. This is why I didn't want to do this and all this stuff. You gotta let it go. It's hard to say if you are feeling secure with someone or feeling secure with yourself. I think that's what I'm struggling with most right now. Can you clarify if Aquarius is secure with someone or without? Shit. What is this? The 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. It's delays. Yeah, it's just, I think this is about just like being alone. Being alone. I do think there is a message here of like just trusting the process. And I don't, like I said, you don't have to, if there is somebody that you're interested, I don't think you have to go off in the deep end with them. I think you can pace yourself. But this is feeling like this message said, nurturing yourself. Create a sacred space where you can be. In that place of rest, healing will unfold. I think you've also just been very you've been on guard. You've been very defensive. Whatever you've been going through in your life, and maybe it's in relation to a relationship or not, you've been in a survival mode, I think is what I'm seeing, Aquarius. You've been in a survival mode. This is why the trigger statement is, I have nothing left. Did I show it to you? That's why the trigger statement is, I have nothing left. You've been trying to just keep shit together, but that's not serving you anymore. So like I said, if there is a new connection, just take it slowly. I just feel either way, whether you're focusing on yourself or whether you're focusing on a new connection, take it slow. You're going to be secure and safe either way, but you just need to relax. And I think even me saying that feels pretentious. Just relax. Like, I don't know what you're going through. Like, you may be going through some really heavy shit right now, but I think you need to allow yourself to believe that safety is available to you. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. Because if you always believe, well, I just have to stay. Like, I'm seeing fucking J-Lo in Enough. Remember how that bitch was on the run every 5 minutes? Just when she thought her and her baby girl could settle. And remember that man, I'm not gaslighted, but he really did do his big one. He really did play her, making her think that he was a good guy and all this stuff. And as soon as they got married, abusive ass. And maybe you've been in conditions for a long time where that's been your reality. And so you just really, you're not going to feel safe until you can know that your enemy is defeated, whatever your enemy is. But even if that's not a person, let's say it's finances, you just believe that it's hard for you to make money, or you just believe that it's hard for you to find love, then that will always be your situation if you give energy to that. You have to give yourself a chance to heal. And I don't know who's watching this, but that's going to be different for every person. So take to YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube content that is extremely helpful. in terms of just kind of doing a healing journey and all that. There's a video that I recommend to my clients a lot. The core wound, there's a core wound meditation that I like that I did for myself back in September, child. Oh my God, I literally cried myself to sleep. Sometimes you just have you have no idea how much stuff you're holding on to physically that just needs to come out, you know? That was heavy. Damn, Aquarius. That's what I'm saying. I felt like everybody's forecast was just February. February's a rough month. Like I was watching, again, like I told the other signs, I was watching Shanetta's Divine Tarot, and her group 1 reading was like, this is such a beautiful month. And I'm like, that is not the energy that I got. I think, let me be more specific. I think when we get to the new moon, I think we're all going to finally be able to, like, you know, let our hair down and put our shoulders down. But I feel like, wow, there's a lot of difficult energy to move through this February. Okay, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what cycle is closing for you, please? Pisces, what obstacle are you getting over this full moon in Leo? And what is the outcome for you this full moon in Leo for you, Pisces? I said I was going to be done before 7. Let's see if I can actually make it. Okay, I like this energy for you. What is this? The 5 of Cups. Is this the 5 of Cups? May. Why is May on the calendar? Okay. Some of these cards, like I said, some of these images, I'm like, I could do without it. I guess I understand the imagery. Okay. So cycle that's ending for you is the Sun. Okay. This could be in relation to children. The Sun is typically about joy, clarity, and happiness. I'm not saying that your joy is going to go away. So let's clarify that. What cycle is ending for Pisces, please? Clarify the Sun. Now, literally the 2 of Cups and the High Priestess just flipped out reverse, like flew out reverse. To me, this is a relationship, Pisces. Okay, it feels like you were in a state of bliss, perhaps, with somebody. And the good times are kind of... I don't want to say they're coming to an end, but either a relationship didn't work out, or even a connection, it could even be a business partnership. I think this already happened, though. I don't think that this is energy you're currently moving through. And I've been talking to a lot of Pisces, and I definitely feel like there was some separation that happened around December for you guys. But I think you're finally like, I feel like there's more acceptance around this than anything else. Does that make sense? There's more acceptance around this separation or this conflict, this difficulty. There's clarity. The obstacle is the Magician here. Like you're wanting a new experience, you're wanting a new adventure, you're wanting to create something new. Y'all see this light? That never happens. Hey, Spirit. That never happens to this light, I swear. I wish I could. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. Whose Pisces relative is trying to come through right now? If you're there, blink once. Okay, I guess you're not there. Okay. That was strange. That never happens to this light. Do you have a message for somebody in the chat right now? Okay. They got scared. They got nervous. Maybe they didn't want to be on camera. That was crazy. Huh. That was really interesting. And I'm not going to channel right now. I don't have it. Spirit, I don't have it. Whoever it is, if you're trying to connect with a spirit, if you think somebody's trying to come through, then book a mediumship session with me, because I don't want to just try to pull anything from thin air, and I don't have the, I don't want to make the time tonight. Okay. So, going back to this, the Magician, okay, obstacle to overcome. You might be struggling to create a life you desire. You might be struggling to create a new experience. You are just trying to choose also maybe like what you want, trying to define what you want. Outcome is the Five of Cups reversed, which I actually love for you. The Five of Cups is typically grief, sadness, and loss, which I thought was really interesting that we just had this light flickering and we have this card. If any of you guys, Pisces, are experiencing any grief, I think you're finally moving through it, whether that's the loss of a relationship, the loss of a loved one. The Five of Cups, you see how he has the 3 cups in the back and he's got the 2 left. The 5 of Cups typically in the tarot deck is a reminder that not all is lost. Yeah, you might have finished your food, but you still got a little crumbs remaining. There's a little bit left. There's still things to look forward to, is often the message of the 5 of Cups. So I feel, like I said, I feel like there's more acceptance with this full moon in Leo for you. Like you're finally able to like come out of the grief. And also I feel like somebody's getting you out of the house. Somebody's getting you out of the house, and that's, maybe you don't want to, maybe you're fighting them on that, but I think somebody's getting you out of the house again. Do I feel like this is permanent? What did I say for... Well, y'all go see what I said for Pisces for the relationship reading, but I'm going to peek. Yeah. We're definitely dealing with some sort of separation here. I did say for committed partners, it seems like you're just now starting to forgive each other and heal from past hurt, which was really interesting. Oh, because I did Pisces like first. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's definitely about healing. This full moon is all about healing for you, for sure. Go watch the full forecast for the context. But let's see. Let's pull a healing heart journey for you as well. I don't know if this one relates as much, but we're going to get one for you anyway, Pisces. Now you got the protection message also. Shut the fuck up. You also got the protection. Guarding your heart, wait before dating a gun, coming out of your shell. Let's get another one since we already got that for Aquarius. What do you have for Pisces, Spirit? What do you have for Pisces? Tempting. Missing the intimacy, friends with benefits, recovering from infidelity. Okay. Like I said, there's this I keep hearing acceptance. You're just accepting the circumstances for what they are, and you're just trying to deal and heal and move from it. You're making your peace with the situation while also taking your power back. Okay, y'all, that was a lot. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to go take my dog for a walk. I'm going to make sure this uploads properly and correctly, and then I'm going to create some videos on TikTok. I love you so much. If you aren't already, become a subscriber for the Light Keepers to watch your full forecast for February. And that's where the forecast will live from now on. And I think I was going to try to do it on TikTok, but it might be too cumbersome. So it might just be a YouTube thing. I don't know. And of course, if you want a private reading with me, schedule a session with me in the link below. I won't be free. I think I have sessions at this point on Friday. I think I have Friday sessions available and Saturday. And yeah. I think I have sessions open as of Friday. But right now, from now, Monday to Thursday, I don't have any more slots available. Okay, I love you so much. Have a great time. And I don't know how to stop this because I'm